Hello, and welcome to History with Jackson. So today, it's just going to be a quick bonus episode answering some questions which I've been asked quite a lot since I started my channel. So why did I start History with Jackson? So I'm a third year history student, and about Christmas time I had quite a difficult conversation with my parents about what I wanted to do at the end of this year. I was very lost, I didn't know what to do, and they got me a camera for Christmas, and they just said to me, look, you've got a camera, you're good at history, you love talking about history, just do it. Just go and talk to people about history, go and share what you know, and you'll be amazing at it. You love talking about history, you're passionate about it, so just do it, really. So on the 31st of December 2020, I set up all my channels. I set up my channel on YouTube, and the 1st of January 2021, I sat down with a camera in my bedroom and just recorded and just spoke about who I was, what I do, and what I specialise in. And little did I know, 5 months down the line, here I'd be with hundreds of followers across a variety of different platforms and thousands of views across different platforms with a YouTube channel and a podcast, and a finished dissertation. Have you always loved history? It's a difficult one because yes and no. I know a lot of people expect me to have just been, this person who's loved history all his life, but I haven't. I had a period where I fell out of history. I fell out of love with history when I was about 16, 17. I found GCSE history was just too social history based, and I was having difficulty remembering all the dates. So I remember it being quite difficult for me to choose my choices in my first year 12. And my head of sixth form, he came out and he's like, "Oh, you want to do history?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. I didn't like social history. I can't remember dates. I don't want to do it." So I didn't do it. I didn't do it for my first year 12. My first year 12 was very injury filled. I was on painkillers for most of the year after I broke my collarbone. So I didn't enjoy that experience. So I swapped schools and restarted. I didn't redo. I didn't resit. I restarted year 12. And again, initially at the beginning of year 12, I said, I don't want to do history. I don't want to do history. It's too social based. I can't remember dates. I don't want to do it. And then my new head of sixth form in that school, Mr. Brown, who's absolutely fantastic, kept encouraging me to do history. Keep going, come do it. And I think he realised that I didn't like business. I didn't like business studies. It just wasn't for me. I think there was just one lesson which I found it just wasn't for me at all. And there's one lesson where it just hit me hard in business. And I was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. So I went to Mr. Brown. I said, look, I want to do history. And he's like, okay. He swapped me over. I came to my first history lesson, and I just fell in love with it again. It was just amazing. And I've got a lot to thank him for that. So what did I study to get me back in love with history? So I studied War of the Roses, which was just awesome. I loved the politics of it. I loved the drama and the murders. Didn't particularly like social stuff, but I just took myself away from that and just mainly wrote everything with political slant. So I absolutely loved that. I did America, making of a superpower. So I looked at post-Civil War to World War II, just the beginning of World War II, and again I looked at everything politically. I thought that was a great course. I really loved that course there, and it was complemented by the A-level politics I was doing in the US. So everything kind of bounced off each other, and I had a wider knowledge of stuff that I was doing. And the coursework for history A-level for me was Russia. We did Russia 1854, 1855 to 1954, 1955. And that coursework is what got me hooked on Stalin, really. I did work on the Court of the Red Tsar. I looked at if he was a man or a monster. I looked if they merely just swapped the autocracy of the Tsars for the totalitarianism of the communists. So yeah, that's what I did. So I've been asked if I have any tips for new bloggers. Firstly, I'd say just be yourself. If you're being yourself and you're being natural, people will naturally want to watch you. They will naturally just be drawn towards you. If you're forcing something, they're going to notice that. So I'd say just be natural. I'd say interact with your followers. Your followers are the people who got you where you are or where you're going to be. So always interact with them, always chat with them if you can, because that support is something that you should return back to them. If they've got any ventures, support them. I think it's really important to interact with your followers. Thirdly, I'd say take any opportunity that comes your way. Opportunities are, few and far between, but when they come up, really do take the chance to take them. If I hadn't have taken my opportunities, I wouldn't be doing this channel. I wouldn't have been just sent a free book. I wouldn't have gone on the radio. I wouldn't be doing a podcast, which I love doing as well. So really just take any opportunity that's available to you and just run with it, really, because you never know where it's going to lead. And my final tip is just do it. Just go for it. The anxiety and the fear that you will have before you do your first video will be nothing compared to the pride and happiness that you have after you put out your first video. People are really supportive today. No one's really going to, jump on you and slate you after your first video. So just do it, and you never know where it'll lead. If it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You've done it for yourself. You're not doing it for anyone else. So if anyone's thinking about starting a channel, starting a podcast, or starting anything, just do it and get on with it. And the last question was, what are you most proud of to do with your history? I'm really proud of actually doing this channel. I don't like looking at myself on camera. I don't like listening to my voice, although I talk a lot. So yeah, I'm really proud of myself for doing this and actually getting on with it and producing the content that I do. So yeah, that's one thing. And then the second thing is completing my dissertation, which is here. So I'm really proud of myself for actually writing this and finishing it. A lot of work, a year and a half, 2 years of work went into writing and researching this. So yeah, I'm really proud of my channel and my dissertation. So just to finish up, I'd like to thank David Tuck for asking me to do this video. He was my politics teacher at the Stanford School. He was absolutely fantastic for the 2 years I had him. I loved being in his class. I loved working with him at school. So yeah, he was a fantastic teacher. I also want to say, if you want to keep up with everything history related and History of Jackson related, please head to www.historyofjackson.co.uk. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook with all the links below. I hope you guys have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week with the newest Pope series video.